Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 virtual Taste of the South End. Oh my goodness, it is so good to see so many people in the chat. The chat is already just going crazy. Let me introduce myself. Should probably do that first. My name is Matt. I am one of the co-founders and executive producers of 2MB Studios on Twitch, which is where you are right now. Thank you so much to Fenway Health and AIDS Action for allowing us to partner with them and to be able to host these amazing events. This is the third one we've done, and it's just every one of them has just been so much fun. I've been looking forward to this all day. I haven't eaten a thing. I'm ready to enjoy some amazing food. No, it's so good to see you there. Make sure say hi in the chat, say hi to all your friends. You'll be saying hi to the people that are on screen, just however you want to do it. Just have fun and enjoy it. We're going to start off right now by bringing out the two co-chairs of the Taste of the South End. Very excited to bring these two ladies out onto the screen, onto the virtual stage, if you will. We have Michelle Lasasso and Donna Venegas. Let's bring them out now. Hello, ladies.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Matt, thanks so much for passing it off. And Donna, so lovely to see your face in sort of virtual world. I'm Michelle Lasasso. I am one of the co-chairs, along with the lovely Donna, for this year's 2020 Taste of South End. As you can tell, I am virtually at one of my favorite South End haunts, Shore Leave. And Shore Leave, I mean the green screen in my living room. But it looks just fabulous. And if this year has been nothing but different, this Taste of South End will be different too, but no less fabulous than any year past. So thank you all for joining, for your generous donations. And I will pass it off to you, Donna and or Matt, for the
Donna, we're having a little sound issue with you there. Can you try turning your volume down a little bit? If that might be a thing, and take it away. A little better. Let's keep going.
Okay. Thanks, Michelle. Can you hear me now, everybody?
Well, you sound like you are from another planet. Yeah, you've just got that slight little robot tinge to your voice. So I tell you what, why don't we try this again? I'm going to take you out, and then when you come back in, hopefully we'll have all that sound fixed. Everybody say, bye, Donna. Bye, Donna.
Bye, Donna.
We'll see you soon. So, Michelle, now it's just you and me.
Fantastic, Matt. I couldn't ask for anything more on a casual Tuesday night.
Can I tell you, I might have done that on purpose to Donna so that I could share the screen with you.
We just have to keep that between
We'll
us.
just keep it between us and all the people watching in the chat. So
Yeah.
They won't tell me about it. Yeah, this is a public forum. So,
So
Michelle, talk to us about tonight. What's going on tonight?
Sure. And I definitely want to give Donna her props because she has been such a beneficial co-chair and such a lovely person to work with. Donna's been involved with the organization 5 years. I've been involved for 3 years. Donna is an amazing kitchen designer here in the South End. She owns a company called Venegas and Company and has an incredible showroom that if you all haven't had an opportunity to go to, you should just go check out silverware and cabinets. It's never been more exciting. So to move on to a little bit about this evening, we have a really delicious and amazing program on tap for all of you. And AIDS Action is something that is so near and dear to both mine and Donna's heart, as well as I know all of you out there. Mm-hmm. One of the things that really brought me into the AIDS Action organization was the real feeling of community and a come as you are mentality. And I think that really transcends all of the programming and really the gravity of work that AIDS Action, as well as Fenway Health, does for the members of our LGBTQIA plus community and those living with HIV here in Boston. So often they are part of the underserved community and also are really victims of healthcare inequity. So it's amazing that there are organizations like Fenway Health, as well as AIDS Action, to help support the health and well-being of this really incredible community. So I will just say one more thing about our fantastic lineup tonight. All of the money that we raise, all of your generous donations are all going to help the programming that AIDS Action offers to our community here in Boston and at large. So please bid often, bid gigantically on the silent auction items. And I will not take too much time explaining the silent auction because we have the fantastic Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence with us tonight.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I know. And if I think for like 1 second I could steal their sparkle, I got another thing coming, or this is just like weird 2020.
Yeah, you have to earn that sparkle. That sparkle isn't just given. You have to do a lot to get those sparkles.
I know. If it could just rain down on me.
Yeah, you're right. But like Michelle was saying, it is super easy to donate. Even you should bid on all of the things that are happening in the auction, and the sisters will tell you all about that. But we can say that if you would like at any point throughout the show, or really anytime, you can text TASTE25 to 243-725, and that makes donations to AIDS Action Committee. So you can still be sharing some love and donating some money to a wonderful cause.
And Matt, if I can just add one more thing to the silent auction, it is open till tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So if you see something that you really are pumped about tonight, you can use all of your working hours tomorrow to bid on those items. Because like I said, the auction is open until 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, it's best to just call in sick to work tomorrow and then just take the day and keep an eye on those on the tabs of what you want to bid on.
I like it. So, Matt, should we get this party started?
We should. Now, people are very curious about your background, and your background has we can actually use your background as a segue into the next bit. Oh, I'm so excited for this, Michelle. We couldn't have planned this any better.
Oh my gosh, I am happy to pass it off. But first, before we get into the most amazing cocktail of the night, let's all raise our glasses and toast to Taste 2020 and get ready for a really exciting night ahead. So the background that I'm using, like I said, is from one of my favorite South End haunts. And I use that because Shore Leave has this fabulous little speakeasy flavor to it. So I used Shore Leave as my background, outfit color coordinated. And Ryan from Shore Leave is going to show us how to mix a fantastic cocktail like the ones you have at Shore Leave, Parmigiana, and Black Lamb, which are all fabulous South End stops.
Which I cannot wait. So thank you so much, Michelle. We'll check in with you in just a little bit. So chill back in the green room and enjoy all the snacks, enjoy all the cocktails that you can get from your own kitchen.
Will do. Thank you all again and have an amazing night.
Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. And as Michelle said, we have a very special live guest to start off the show. Ryan Lotz from Shore Leave. Ryan, hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you, Matt?
Oh my goodness, I could not be better. I'm excited to learn how to make a cocktail. I love cocktails. Big fan.
Don't we all?
Yeah, this looks like coffee, but it's 90% Bailey's, so it's fine.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. So what are we making today, Ryan?
So we were going to make a martini because I feel like one of the skills that a lot of folks don't have at home is how to properly stir a cocktail.
Yeah, I have no idea how to make a martini.
About 5 minutes ago, and I realized that I don't have any gin. So we're going to make a Manhattan instead, which will achieve the exact same thing.
That's a very classy. That's a very classy cocktail, the Manhattan.
I think so. And I have to apologize. There's really no good way for me to film both my face and my hands at the same time. So as soon as I start making this cocktail, I'm going to pan down so you can see what I'm doing.
So soak it in. Soak it in. Ryan's face.
Soak my kitchen in for a minute. Okay. So ask questions while you've got them. I'm going to go through just kind of the stuff you'll need for a Manhattan and why I wanted to talk about stirring a cocktail. So when you stir a cocktail as opposed to shaking a cocktail, the whole goal is essentially about texture. When you're stirring something, you want to make it really silky, really smooth, and get it to be cold just like shaking, but without incorporating all of that air. So when you have that really, really great martini or Manhattan out at a cocktail bar, the reason why it's a little more difficult to recreate at home is because that bartender has practiced how to stir a drink. And right. I'm going to give you the training wheels method to do this and the pro bartender method to do this today.
Now, I was real quick before you start that. There was a question in the chat. Are Manhattans a seasonal drink? Like, are they seasonal to this time?
I definitely don't really start to drink Manhattans until about this time as the weather starts to get cold. I don't really crave them during the summer. However, I think that some folks drink them all year round.
Well, there we go.
But me personally, the professional bartender opinion, I would probably wait until it starts to get a little chill in the air.
Gotcha. Stirring drinks.
Stirring drinks. Okay. So the training wheels method, the easiest thing to do is to use a chopstick. And I'm going to talk to you about why in a second. The kind of fancier way that you see bartenders doing this is with a bar spoon. You'll usually see this kind of spiral spoon, which helps you get a little bit of a grip. You get down to the bottom of the glass, that kind of thing. For a Manhattan, we're going to use, I had bourbon, so we're actually going to use bourbon today, but we normally would use rye whiskey or whatever anyone's preference.
Which do you prefer, Ryan?
I actually don't have that much of a preference. For me, it actually, my preference largely stems from the proof. For a Manhattan, I like to use something that's a little bit higher proof. So this is a 100 proof bourbon from Old Forester, which is a favorite of mine.
Oh, fantastic.
And then I'm going to use Angostura bitters today, which is kind of the classic. And then I'm going to add a little twist. I'm going to use these smoked chili bitters from Hella Bitters in Brooklyn.
Oh, Hella Bitters is so good. And those smoked chili bitters.
And I feel like I would always recommend using Angostura. However, the easy way to experiment is to use a second bitter in conjunction with. Okay. Now that we've got tools down, I'll start making the cocktail. So I always start with the cheapest stuff first. That way, if you make a mistake, you're not throwing out all your booze. So a couple dashes of Angostura bitters. A couple dashes of these smoked chili bitters. And if you wanted to make a martini, actually, the ingredients are going to largely be the same, just except that you would use gin instead of whiskey, dry vermouth instead of sweet vermouth, and orange bitters instead of Angostura. Okay, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. And 2 ounces of, in this case, bourbon. Rye would work too. If you're a rum person, we do these at Shore Leave with rum a lot.
Ooh, see, I'm more of a rum person than a rye or bourbon person. So it's interesting to know that I could have a rum Manhattan if I wanted.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite ways to get folks who don't think they like rum into rum, actually.
Oh, what about people that like rum?
What'd you say?
What about people that like rum already?
They're going to love you even more.
Wonderful.
Okay, so next step is ice. I like to, for stirring drinks at home, I like to use these little 1-inch cubes. And these will do the trick just fine. However, if your choice is between, I know a lot of folks have these like bigger cubes at home these days. If your choice is between these bigger cubes and like the stuff that your ice machine kicks out, just use a couple of these as well as some of the ice from your ice machine. But I'm going to stick with the cubes that I kind of know and love. So, okay. So with the amount of ice at home, I always say you want to have it sticking out a little bit at the top, and that's going to be the right amount of ice. So the training wheels method of stirring this. The way I always teach people to stir is you actually want to move the ice around more than jostle it in a circular fashion. And the chopstick helps with that because you can kind of just go around the edges of the glass and you can hear there's just total silence when you're doing this properly. Okay. The chopstick will be really, really helpful for learning that motion. When you want to switch over to the spoon, you'll be replicating that exact same motion, but you're going to loosen your grip on the spoon.
Could you hold the front of the top of that spoon up to your camera real quick? Is that a golden skull?
It is a gold-plated skull.
Oh, that is the most amazing bar spoon I've ever seen.
Okay, so the other most popular question when you're stirring is, how do I know when it's done? And the reality of that is you just kind of get used to it. So you got to just drink more.
Practice.
Is if this is for you, you can just go in there with the spoon and take a sip of it from the spoon and see if it's cold enough. If it's not for you, just a little straw. You go here and then you. This kind of needs a few more stirs. It's not quite cold enough, and that's honestly going to be personal preference. What's done for me might not be done for you. Okay, I forgot a strainer, so 1 second.
It's very important to strain. You don't want all that ice in there. You want a little ice, but you don't want all that ice in there. That'll water it down a little bit too much.
Yes, exactly. Okay. The next step.
Look at you chilling that glass. Ah,
Glass. If you can throw a glass in, I always keep 2 of these in my freezer at all times, mostly because it's rude to make yourself a drink in a cold glass and not your guest. But you can throw it in. It'll only take about 5 minutes for you to get a decent chill on it. Okay. Strain.
and look at that. It's almost like you've done that before, Ryan. That's
Would you believe it? This is my first time.
wow. That's an amazing drink.
I'm sorry that you all can't drink this, but I'm going to drink it.
Well, cheers to you, Ryan. Thank you so much for showing us how to properly stir a drink.
All right, cheers. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the night. Thank you all so much for the support.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, I'm very thirsty now. But we must move on. We must press on because we have things to sell. We have things to auction off, and I'm very excited to bring on our next guests. They are going to be in charge of the auction this evening. They are the ones that are going to be telling you all the fantastic things that we have to offer tonight in our silent auction, and that is the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, specifically Sister Lyda Christ and Guard Isaiah Prayer. Sister Lyda, you're on mute. Sister Lyda, we can't hear you. It's very important that we hear you. Oh, there you are. Hello.
This is live theater, folks. Live theater. Thank you, Matt, Ryan, and Michelle. You already sparkle as it is, and the sisters are just a reflection of the beauty in our community. So you don't have to earn those sparkles. You already have them. That being said, good evening, everyone. It's so nice to see you. And hello, Guard Isaiah Prayer.
Hello, Sister Lyda. A pleasure to be here with you.
Could you just speak up a little more, Guard Isaiah Prayer?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Excellent. I'll project. I'll use my theater voice.
So, in this pandemic, it's just a pleasure to be had. Let me honestly say that, Guard Isaiah. And do you know why we spontaneously apparated here this evening?
As a matter of fact, Lyda, I do. Tonight we are supporting the amazing work of AIDS Action Committee, and like everything else in 2020, we'll be doing it virtually.
Oh, is that how you end up in an OnlyFans video? My mother warned me about this. But seriously, we want to take a moment to thank our friends at Fenway Community Health and AIDS Action Committee for inviting us back to the event we love the most. And Isaiah, do you know why I love this event so much?
As a matter of fact, I do. Because we get to dress up and we get to eat delicious local food.
Yes, and I love all the auction items. It reminds me of a church bazaar.
So, speaking of auction items, the auction is open until September 30th at 8 p.m. That is tomorrow. So, like they said at the intro, take day off tomorrow and bid to your heart's desire. And it is super easy to bid. Just follow the link below, which I believe we'll be putting up shortly, or I hope so. Or if not, it'll be in the chat. And follow that until 8 p.m. tomorrow. And we have some fabulous items. Lyda, did you see that we have a mini makeover at Black Room Salon?
Ooh, I love mini makeovers. Yes, I see that, and it's a $200 value.
$200, that's great. So at Black Room Salon, they just want you to be yourself, give you amazing hair, and laugh a little in the process. The team at Black Room is well educated, passionate, and selectively chosen. Black Room is a full-service salon offering hair color, extensions, haircuts, keratin treatments, which actually I don't know what a keratin treatment is, because I don't got much hair under this hat. Makeup, bridal events, eyebrow shaping, and Black Room. Ooh, I practiced that. Black Room is located in the south end of Boston, and they hope to be your next stop soon.
If you're anything like me, you probably haven't had your hair done since March. Make sure to check the city's health guides before booking your appointment and follow the safety protocols of the salon. And God, Isaiah, look at this one. It's my favorite item to help people get when we're all in person. It's the elusive mystery bag.
The mystery bag. Oh. Whatever is in the mystery bag, you'll have to bid on one and find out. And they are marked at $35, and that is a steal.
That's a risk worth taking, Isaiah. How about we all take a healthy risk together and grab a mystery bag? Mystery bags have a value of $50 or more, and hidden inside are gift cards to Boston restaurants, exercise classes, ferry tickets, and more. Now, the general mystery bags, they do not contain alcoholic products, but you can select a bag that does contain alcohol. Just, select it in the little box. And it's important to remember that depending on the bag, you may need to pick it up from AIDS Action.
So, on that note, Lyda, I'm getting a little hungry. Who's our first chef up tonight?
Well, ladies and gentlemen and mixes, please let me welcome to the virtual stage, Joanne Chang.
Hi, everyone. My name is Joanne Chang. I am the pastry chef and co-owner of Flower Bakery and Myers & Chang right here in the South End. I wish we could all be together, but obviously we are not able to celebrate as we always do. So we will meet virtually, so to speak. I am so thrilled and honored to be a part this year, as we are every year, with Taste of the South End to help AIDS Action. We've been huge supporters of Taste of the South End and AIDS Action since, I think it was 20 years ago when we first opened Flower Bakery. Yes, that is how old we are. We are really, really honored to be here tonight and with all of you. Thank you for being a part. If you want to know a little bit about what's going on in the restaurant world, thank you all who have been supporting all of us by coming out and getting takeout and eating on patios and even dining inside at some restaurants. We really, really appreciate it. I think the winter's going to be very challenging for everybody. I think we are all hoping that you all will still be really hungry and come out for takeout and spend some time supporting these local restaurants that make our neighborhood so great. Let's see, some of the questions that were asked of me for this were, what are things that I like to make at home for my friends and family? Actually, when I'm at home, I either make Chinese food, not just at Myers and Chang, but at our home, but also I love to make pizza. I think pizza is like my favorite food of all time. What else? The best thing to order at Flower. My favorite thing is the chicken avocado sandwich, banana bread and chocolate chip cookie, and English breakfast tea with milk. The best thing to order at Myers and Chang for me is the salmon, the soy glazed salmon, the ginger scallion bok choy, and the scallion pancakes. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and thank you so much for your support of AIDS Action. Bye-bye.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Joanne, for those comments. Fantastic. Well, we're going to just keep trucking right along. We have a wonderful speaker next, a wonderful guest next, one of the major corporate sponsors for Taste of the South End is Gilead. And to offer some comments from Gilead is Janisa Hyatt, the community liaison in Boston and New England. Hello, Janice.
Hi, Matt. Thank you so much. We practiced during the day. My light's a little bright here.
You're doing great.
So thank you so much for having me. It's truly an honor to be here with you tonight. The Taste of South End brings together people in solidarity to raise awareness, to show support, to remember those that have passed, and to help bring an end to HIV stigma. As a community, we are at an important moment in our history. Today, there are testing options that enable everyone to know their status quickly and easily. There are multiple ways to prevent HIV that are helping reduce the number of new infections, and there are treatments available that can help HIV-positive people live longer and healthier lives. While our community has witnessed great progress over the years, the epidemic is not over. Each year, there are still about 40,000 new HIV infections. Not everyone is benefiting from all the tools that are available for prevention, care, and treatment. Now more than ever, your efforts and the funds raised here tonight are vital to sustaining the programs that are critical to helping those in our community. It's encouraging in this environment to see so many people and organizations show up and lend their support. I think we can all agree that it's needed now more than ever. I want to say hello to friends and family and colleagues that are watching, and welcome if this is your first time at Taste. At Gilead, we are proud to be here tonight to support partners with all that you all do to help make this event a success and to bring an end to the HIV epidemic. We should all work together to stop the virus, because together, as a community, it can be done. Thank you so much for having Gilead Sciences here tonight. We're so happy and proud to support Taste of South End.
Thank you so much, Janice. Have a wonderful evening. Oh, fantastic. Now, we've still got so much going on, but make sure you are bidding on those items in the silent auction. Remember also that you can text TASTE 25 to 243725, and that makes a donation to AIDS Action Committee. Now, coming up next, we have the head chef from Banyan, Wesley Barrington, has given us a little pro tip video here for us. Let's shoot over to Wesley.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to this virtual Taste of the South End. My name is Wesley Barrington, co-chef at Banyan Bar and Refuge, and I'm here to share a pro tip with you. Now, when I was younger, I told my dad, I said, Dad, I want to turn circles into squares. He said, you know what, son? You're an idiot. But I went on the quest, and I tried to find that answer, and I got that answer from a very talented chef named Jeremy Fox. And the answer was the perfect dice. I'm going to share that with you today. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our onion, cut off the ends. We want to break it down into 8 pieces. Now the idea is we're going to break off leaflets of the onion. Because if you try to cut the circle into a square, it doesn't always work that way. So now, you have your onion and the layers. And we're going to take off the top few layers. Now, it's a little easier to work with. Turn that into a square. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to lay it down flat, and I'm going to trim off the sides so we can get a perfect rectangle here. And the sides, now in wintertime, great for braising. All this trim can go right into your slow cooker, whatever meat or veg of your choice, and you can use that onion instead of having to cut a whole new one. You already got the trim. So now I have this very nice rectangular piece, and I'm going to slit it all the way down just to the bottom, but no further, so it'll all stay attached here, and we're going to make cuts, even cuts all the way down. All right, now we've got our onion, made our cuts. I'm going to trim off this very top end. You can see it's frayed a little bit, not perfect, right? Trim it off. You got a nice square edge there. And now we dice. There you have it. Perfect diced onion.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, who knew that chopping onion could be such a process? Like that's a lot to get those perfect squares, but man, when they're done right. So tasty. It's so delicious, so good. Fantastic. So moving on, getting our next guest on. Very excited. This is the second time I've had the honor and privilege of speaking with this person online on the StreamYard, on the Twitch that you're watching right now. She is the CEO of Fenway Health, Ellen Lapointe. Ellen, hello.
Hi there. How are you, Matt? Hi,
Good.
everybody.
How are you?
Good. It's great to be here virtually as it is. I'm very, very excited about this evening.
Absolutely. I'm excited to have you here. So Ellen, what are you having to eat today in honor of Taste of the South End?
Oh my goodness. I, as many of you do, spend a lot of my time right here in front of my computer, and I tend to graze for much of the day. So the entire challenge of the last 6 months for me has been trying to commingle comfort food with healthy food, and I'm still a work in progress, I must confess.
Yeah, I'm much more on the comfort food side than I am the healthy food side, but that's just a battle I have to fight.
Yeah. So let me tell you a few things about Fenway Health. I did want to take a few moments. I know this is a really full time for everybody, and I do want to express my deepest gratitude to all of you for making the time to join us this evening, and for all of the support that you have been offering us all along with AIDS Action. I'll tell you that my first day on the job at Fenway Health was March 9th. So you can go back and check your calendars. That was a somewhat significant week, you may recall. And I will tell you that the last 6 months of my time here have just been absolutely astonishing and challenging and humbling and completely inspiring. I could never have imagined being in a position like this, where we were dealing acutely with these twin pandemics, I should say, of COVID-19 and also racist violence, as that erupted in May in my first weeks here. But man, has it been an incredible opportunity in these intense and difficult times to see what this team is capable of. It has made me even more proud to be here than ever. This organization did not miss a beat. We converted 95% of our services to telehealth and sent nearly 3/4 of our staff of 650 people home to work remotely in just a matter of days. Our behavioral health and trans health teams have successfully transferred all of our programs and services over to Zoom. And this is really important right now, offering support for the mental and emotional well-being of our clients during these very, very stressful times. It's probably not a surprise to anyone that the demand for these services in our organization have never been higher. The AIDS Action Team has made sure that the most vulnerable of our patients and clients are cared for. Our Access Drug User Health Program Drop-in Space had to close because of COVID-19, and the team pivoted to street outreach, reaching our clients on foot, on bikes, and in an access van to make sure they have what they need. We're making specific commitments to racial equity, to really transform ourselves into an anti-racist organization. We know this is essential for us to do to remain relevant and to continue to deliver on our mission. And we're contributing actively to the fight against COVID-19 itself, involved in testing and vaccine research and advocacy and education and outreach. And of course, we're finding ways to create community in the face of COVID-19, and tonight's a great example of that. So while the work is very, very hard, and I would just offer that every single one of us tonight and everywhere around us is struggling with something at any given moment in light of this pandemic and other challenges, I want to tell you that AIDS Action and Fenway Health are really here for the people who count on us. And it's thanks to all of you that we're able to do that. So again, just my gratitude to you for your support and engagement. The only other thing I want to add, and then we can move forward, is I really want to put in a plug to support the neighborhood restaurants in our communities. We all know this is important. It's always important, but it has never been more important than it is right now in the face of COVID-19. I think this event tonight in particular really brings home how essential a part of the fabric of our communities these institutions are, and how just imagine life without all of this beauty and wonderful food and community. We have to do our part to make sure they are with us through this, and we will get through this. We have to have hope. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, Ellen, I wanted to end on. I've got a list of 20 questions here. I've got a stopwatch here. I'm going to time you to see how fast you can get through all 20 of these questions.
Oh,
okay?
no.
I answered all these questions in about 20 seconds. But I'm a very fast person, a very fast talker, I'm not a very fast thinker, but I'm a very fast talker.
I'm not at all nervous or panicking right now inside at all. No.
They're all math problems. So
Okay,
they're all long division. No, I'm kidding. They're very easy question. So I'm going to start the timer and ask you your first question. Are you ready?
All right. Yes.
Okay, here we go. I'm starting the timer now. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
What is your most used emoji?
Smiley face.
Smiley face. Okay. Favorite color?
Red.
Your favorite show of all time?
The Wire.
So good. Favorite recent show?
Oh, goodness. Pass. Keep going.
Okay, pass. Absolutely. Let's see. Favorite place you visited?
The beach in Maine.
Who was your childhood actor/actress crush?
Stockard Channing.
Oh, absolutely. What's the most embarrassing fashion trend you used to rock?
Oh, I still do. I just wear the same thing for decades. It's the entire 80s look. I have never let it go.
Love it. What was your first pet?
A cat named Maud.
You have your own late night talk show. Who do you invite on as your first guest?
Well, I could say you, but that would be pandering. Stockard Channing.
Channing. Okay, that makes sense.
If I have a chance, yes.
If aliens landed on Earth tomorrow and offered to take you home with them, would you go?
Absolutely not. I'd invite them to my house and we'd have a meal.
I'd
win them over, I promise.
Yeah. What's your favorite sandwich?
Oh, I like a good Italian sandwich, preferably with salt, pepper, and oil on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Best advice you've ever gotten?
Take time for self-care.
So good. Role model growing up?
My mom, really.
Aw, how sweet. Condo, downtown, or cabin in the woods?
I'm going to go with the condo, although I think I'll end up in the cabin eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Favorite sports team?
Oh, this is not fair. I just came from the West Coast. We're going to go with the Red Sox. I'm going to just go there. Yep.
Okay.
It was true in my childhood as well, for the record.
There you go. And final question. A genie grants you one wish. What did you ask for?
Oh, we'll go with a vaccine right now, and democracy preserved. I'm going to just fold those in.
Yeah,
okay?
those are some good. That was 2 minutes. So I answered those questions way faster than you did. But I also didn't know what the questions were. I just said 20 random answers. And you and I are going to chat about The Wire later, I promise, because I also love The Wire.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you so much, Ellen. We'll see you around.
Thanks, everybody. Okay, good night.
Ellen LaPointe. She is just a wonderful human being, and I've only met her twice, but both times she's made me smile. So that's a wonderful thing. And speaking of people that make me smile, we are going to bring back the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence to talk to us more about this auction. Sister Lyda and Guard Isaiah, welcome back.
Well, hi all. Listen,
Hello.
Don't forget to get your flu shots and to register to vote. We don't care who you vote for, but you need to do it.
We care that you registered, not who you vote for.
That's right, Isaiah. Hey, do you know what I like to do in between February and March? I love to get out of cold, dark New England, and Southwest makes it so easy to do it too. Our next favorite thing is 4 one-way tickets on Southwest.
4. That's an $800 value, Lyda. And we will start the bidding at $300. Those vouchers are valid until March of 2021. So that's roughly a year from now. And they're good only on domestic air travel.
Now, please consult the CDC, your originating and departing cities for their COVID restrictions before booking passage. And remember to wear your mask and wash your hands.
So, Sister Lyda, I think I know something that would go well with those air tickets. How about day passes to the happiest place in the world?
Is that Fenway Community Health? No, oh my goodness, you're right. And there are 2 options. So these are passes to Disney, and there is a 4-pack, which has a value of $720, and the bidding starts at just $290.
And there's a 6-pack option, and who doesn't love a 6-pack? Valued at $1,080 and has a starting bid of $430. So let's get the virtual paddles flying, Lyda. Prepare for paddling. Whee!
We'll see y'all soon.
Oh, thank you, Sister Lyda, and thank you, Guard Isaiah. Real quick, I do want to thank some amazing sponsors. Let me pull up my list here. First off, thanks first and foremost to our Ruby sponsor, Eastern Bank. Thank you so much for all that you've given. Thank you to the Emerald sponsors, EverQuote, Pfizer, and Venegas and Company, which we'll see Donna at the end. I hope that we fixed her internet and we'll be able to see her. We'd like to thank our Sapphire sponsors, Caldwell Banker, Eaton Vance, InterSystems, Flower, Myers and Chang, and Gilead. Thank our community business partner, Harvard Pilgrim, community business partner and media partner, New England Home Magazine, our community business partners, U.S. Bank and Covell Company. As well. So thank you all for donating to this cause. It is so important, and it's just a wonderful thing to give to. We do have another chef intro, or another chef video that we'd like to show you. This is Josh Elliott, the executive chef at Toro. So Josh, take it away.
Over here at Toro in the South End. We're just coming to you from our back patio here on this beautiful day in Boston. Hopefully you've had a chance to come out and see our new back patio, but if you haven't, we would love to have you. We also have seats out front, and we're now taking reservations, so we definitely look forward to having you. Here, this is for Taste of the South End, and we've been asked to offer a pro tip. what we decided to do today, what I'm going to show you, is something really simple. It's one of the most popular dishes here at Toro. It's one of the most classic Spanish pinchos or tapas, depending on who you ask. And that is just to show you how to make a very simple pan con tomate. Obviously, we're at the end of tomato season right now, but they are still really beautiful. These are some nice heirloom tomatoes from Maine. You know, we use vine ripe tomatoes here. We use heirloom tomatoes here. We're using sun gold tomatoes right now. So that's really the focus of this. But the thing is about using a box grater, which is what we're going to use to grate the tomatoes, is it's a fun tool that you can use for grating tomatoes, but it's also really fun for grating carrots or cabbage or onions or coleslaw, or to make coleslaw, or you know, to use in like a bolognese or ragu, because it holds on to the liquid really well, which you can add to your dish. But for this, we're just going to focus on the tomatoes for pan con tomate. So it's really simple. Tomatoes we have, these are nice and ripe. They're just a little soft to the touch. We've already washed them. And then you don't really need to do anything else after that. So this is a simple box grater. You can buy one from pretty much any store or online. There's a few different sides. But for this, we like to use the large die or the large grating side here. And all we have to do is just take the tomato, have a bowl or a vessel that you want to grate into, and then just give a simple crush down and just start to grate slowly. There's not really much more to it than this. You'll see all of this tomato starting to hang off the side, the skins. That's okay. I slipped a little bit. The stuff that comes off, we can definitely save, and we can use it in, you know, if you wanted to chop it and add it to a salad, or you could use it to make a stock with. We throw them in, you know, lobster stock or in a tomato soup, or you know, a marinara style sauce, or in a brava style sauce for potatoes. So you don't have to get rid of those. Again, really simple, really perfect for this. This is the way we do it here every single day in the restaurant, and we sell, you know, 30, 40, 50, 60 pan con tomates a night. And it's, again, it's one of my personal favorites. That's another reason why I wanted to show you this simple trick. So hopefully you can do this at home. So what we have after that is just basically this pulp of tomato, this grated tomato. It's really just perfect as it is. It just tastes fresh, really tastes like right now. And then for the bread here, we grilled it. We usually press it a little bit in a panini press, but I don't think most of you have a panini press at home. So I thought you could grill it. I did this a little harder because I like a little bit of that char, because tomatoes are quite sweet right now, and the char offers a little bit of bitterness. So this is really good ciabatta bread. That's probably the most important thing, or maybe the second or third most important thing in this whole dish is good bread. Obviously, we want to have good tomatoes. We want to have good olive oil, maybe some good fleur de sel, or you know, Malden style flake salt, some garlic, and good bread. This is actually from Iggy's, which you can get at a lot of places here in Boston. It's the bread that we prefer here at Toro. So we've just kind of got it nice and crispy. While it's warm, all you want to do, again, a really simple trick, sort of like in a bruschetta, you might see a recipe, is just scrape the bread with the garlic. You can hear it just scraping lightly. You can scrape it as hard or as soft as you like, depending on how much garlic flavor you want, but you'll definitely be able to smell that really nice raw garlic, which is awesome. Then it's really simple after that. All we have to do is just get the tomatoes down. The thing about the pan con tomate is that you don't want to overload it with tomato. So what we're going to do is kind of get it, I mean, if you want to, you can, I guess. We try not to overload it with tomato. And then kind of just tap in the tomato a little bit. You can hear the bread is a little bit crunchy. Maybe you can hear that. It's kind of loud up here. But then we're just going to kind of get the tomato, make sure that we get all the way to the edges. And then to finish, it's really simple. Just a little bit of olive oil. And then here we like to use fleur de sel. It's just French sea salt. So all we're going to do is just sprinkle pretty liberally, maybe more than you might think you need, because we haven't seasoned anything yet. The bread's not seasoned. The tomatoes are not seasoned. We've added olive oil. So we want to put a pretty good bit of tomato there. And then you can cut it if you want, or you can have the piece to yourself. And it's really good if you add anchovies. We prefer olive oil packed anchovies here. or white anchovies that have been brined, or boquerones, you may know them as. You can put cheese on top of it, like manchego or idiozabal, or maybe Parmesan if that's what you have, Hamon Serrano or prosciutto di Parma, or anything. It's just the start of a really good dish. And this is pan con tomate. And again, I'm Josh from Toro here on the South End, and hopefully this helps and you guys can make pan con tomate.
Oh man, I think I could sit and watch him eat that whole thing. That was delicious. That looks so good. We are nearing the end of things. I'm going to bring everybody out, starting with the sisters. Hello, sisters. We've got Michelle. We're going to bring Donna out. Even though you can't hear her, you can see her, and that is important.
So hi, everybody. I want to say again, thank you to AIDS Action Committee for putting this together. This is one of my favorite events of the year, and we are so honored to be here. We have one final auction item that we want to tell you about. So let me please present to you Axiom Salon. Axiom is an established rule or principle. It's a self-evident truth. No one gives what they do not have. At Axiom, we stand behind what is true. In terms of hair, we want to help people discover their inner and outer confidence so they leave feeling their most authentic self. Outside of hair, we know it's important to stand up for what's right and to make a statement. As two queer women, they strive to support the LGBTQ+ and Black Lives Matter and all the other struggles. They're fighting against racism and oppression. So they are thrilled to support in any way that they can. And they want to acknowledge and appreciate all of the work that the co-chairs and our community has done to help each other.
So Axiom is giving away two $150 packages. One is with owner Shannon Giadotti, and one is with master stylist Elise Driscoll. So they're located in the south end of Boston at the new Area 56 Studios, located at 56 Wareham Street. Axiom will leave you feeling confident and true to yourself. Now, I love a good bargain. Don't get me wrong. So if you miss out on this great package, you can mention the sisters. Wait a minute, that's us.
That's us.
And an Axiom will throw in 20% off your first appointment at the salon.
So before we teleport off to the convent, we wanted to let you know about the AIDS Walk Boston. So AIDS Walk Boston goes virtual on October 18th.
Join us on Sunday for a virtual walk and run complete with opening ceremonies, some fun activities you can do from home, and there will be incredible performances.
AIDS Action continues to serve clients through innovative programs during the COVID-19 pandemic. Fundraising efforts like tonight and the AIDS Walk are more vital than ever.
Join us virtually to bond with your community, remember those we have lost, and look forward to a healthier future for all.
Now, before I tell you about registering, don't forget to look at, there's an amazing cannabis auction item up. It's a Benjamin for a blunt. Now, blunts may not be available at time of purchase, so check ahead. And there's also this amazing catered meal. I think it's for up to 6 people. So you know what? You can get your blunts and then you can get some gourmet food. So you can register for the AIDS Walk with Team Boston Sisters. The link will be provided by our mysterious and handsome producers in the streaming chat. You are brave.
You are strong.
You are enough.
Goodbye, sisters. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. And also, along with the AIDS Walk, 2MB Studios also has an AIDS Walk team called the Breadheads. So you can, if you don't join the sisters, which, I mean, that would be your obvious first choice. But if you needed a second choice, the Breadheads would be glad to take you onto our team. Michelle, have you been having a good time?
I have been having a great time. I had my little strawberry fabulous cocktail, and I've made my way on my green screen down to Toro.
Oh, look at you.
Traveling to the South End tonight.
There you go. And Donna, even though she's having some sound issues, she has found a way to communicate. And we are going to read her signs. Here, I'm going to put Donna full screen, but you'll still be able to hear us. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I support because. There we go. Next page. Healthcare is a right, not a privilege. Michelle, you want to take this one?
Every dollar will go to underserved communities. Thank you for giving. Bid high. Thank you, Donna V.
Donna, you have such amazing handwriting. I'm glad that your handwriting is good, even though your sound isn't. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Donna. I've had such a wonderful time with y'all. Let's do another cheers with your beverages. Do you have your beverage, Donna? Wonderful. Clinky, clinky. Thank you all so much.
Thank you all. Remember that the bidding is open until 8 p.m. tomorrow night on the silent auction. And thank you so much for already raising over $8,000 for AIDS Action this evening. We appreciate you all so much.
So much. And if I may give a quick plug for the channel that you're watching right now on Twitch. Tonight we have programming that starts at 8 and goes all the way till 11. We've got some amazing shows with some really, really funny people here on 2MB Studios. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Thank you for all your amazing support. Thank you and good night. Bye.